So you've now gone through quite a bit of information and have gone through the How to Talk to Motivated Sellers training video, I would hope by now. I wanted to spend a little bit of time and go through the different types of phone calls that you're going to be getting and the different types of people that you're going to talk to. Hopefully, I won't forget any of them, but you're going to get interesting ones. I could do an hour long video recording and I still wouldn't get them all. I'll tell you the majority of them will be the motivated sellers that are looking to get rid of a house that they can't afford to pay for. They're behind on the taxes. Maybe they are going through a divorce, or grandma, grandpa, an uncle, aunt, maybe even a brother left it to them and now they have to take care of it. They just need to get rid of it because they can't afford to take care of it. Those are the best kinds of motivated sellers to talk to. Um, we also will pay attention to the different things that they say during the conversation. If they say, well, just throw me an offer and I'll tell you if I'm interested, those are not motivated sellers. If they come back to you and say, hey, will you come out and look at it, help me out, show me the numbers, and make me an offer, oftentimes I'll go out there and talk to them about it. I will also say that you can tell if they're motivated or not. If they're hard to deal with, they're usually not truly a motivated seller. But remember, they are vulnerable because they're calling you after receiving a letter. So they're vulnerable in how they feel, and they feel like that they may be taken advantage of. So make sure that you treat them with respect when talking to them. And they may be outside of the box of the price and they're extremely high, but treat them with respect and treat them with honesty, and they will continue to come back to you um, because everybody else has tried to take advantage of them. You also will get a supposed investor phone calls to where, they get upset when everybody wants way too much money for their properties when they're trying to buy, but when they're trying to sell, they want 30, 40, 50% more than what the retail is showing. And they're very difficult to get turned to become a motivated seller. Um, they're a forecaster, they're a speculator. They think that, well, the commercial land around the block is going to go for $40 million, so my property should go for 50% more, and that's not the honest truth. That's not the way that we can go. We are not speculators. The goal is to be fact finders. But you can take that cash buyer and turn him and tell him that you are constantly finding properties at 20 to 60 cents on the dollar. And if he'd like to be put on the list, you'd be happy to take his email. But again, it's about the relationship. So I spend a lot of time across the table drinking coffee and talking to them, getting to know them and understanding their formula and what's going on. Every time you get a phone call, listen closely. Are they a motivated seller that just has a property they need to get rid of? Or can you put them as a cash buyer? Somebody that you can call once you have a property. I'll tell you, a lot of these people will be cash buyers. I can't say a lot, but quite a few of them. And you can turn them and make them a cash buyer. In fact, the greatest relationships I have has come off of the motivated seller list and the letters that I have sent. And the way the market is going right now, everybody is looking for wholesalers that they're wanting to rub shoulders with to be able to get properties as cheaply as possible because there's nothing out there on the MLS or even for sale by owner. Now, another question I get is, I got a guy that called me today and he's got 27 properties I'm really not interested in that, am I? Well, why wouldn't you be interested in that? You got one person to deal with and 25 properties instead of 25 phone calls on one property. Yes, you are interested. We want to look at the numbers individually. No, you cannot look at just one property and assume that they're all the same way. Every single property needs to have a bid sheet done, all of your research done, be very methodic in the way that you're doing it, keep very good notes on each and every property, and any research that you're doing online about these properties, make sure that you keep notes on that so you know where you got that information. I will tell you, Google is your best friend. If you have a question, ask Google. Google will give you information about those properties that most real estate websites will not show you. Like maybe there's high crime rates and the health of that neighborhood is very, very low. Or maybe there's been a flood map change and it's going to show on that Google search. So the information is important there. Make sure you're spending time on each and every property. The nice thing is that if you have multiple properties, you can fudge a little bit of that high price on one property onto another property and try to sell them as a package deal. So if they have multiple properties, yes, we are interested and we want to make sure that we do our due diligence. That person also should be turned in the same breath as a cash buyer. Are they looking to find more properties? Why are they looking to sell their portfolio? Are they looking to retire? Are they looking to move? Are they looking for different type of properties? So there's many opportunities with every phone call that comes in. Make sure you're spending the time on the call, not the informational call like I talk about in training. But once you start building rapport, find out what kind of a motivated seller cash buyer they truly are and really spend the time figuring out how you can take care of that person on the other end of the line. I believe that in any business transaction, it must be equal. So they cannot weigh heavy, but either can you. So if they're going to have a benefit, you have to have a benefit. They have a benefit by you selling their properties, for spending the time building the relationships with the people that want to buy the properties. So their benefit is they don't have to put in the work to find the property. Your benefit is green money, to be able to make money on every deal that comes through. Be very open with your coach. Let him know or her know what is going on. Maybe we can find ways to turn it, put more money in your pocket. Not always, but maybe that there's ways that we can turn it, that we can adjust the contract path and put more money in your pocket. Making sure, though, that you watch your local legal counsel. Make sure that everything that you're doing is legal. We can only know so much. We are not attorneys. Now, I will say this, be very careful on every phone call that you get. We don't want to burn these leads. Real estate sales spends a lot of money putting this lead system together. We've spent a lot of money being able to scrub it and get you the highest quality leads possible. A lot of people take advantage of this because they have not sent leads that they have gotten somewhere else. I will tell you, they're junk. These leads, and we've spent time as a company building these leads, and you are spending money personally as a company marketing to these leads, sending letters, being different, getting as many things out there as you can. Make sure that you are not burning these leads. If the price is too high, don't kill the lead. Say, hey, it's outside of my comfort zone and what I'm willing to spend in that neighborhood and in that condition of a property. But if it's all right with you, we'll keep in touch, maybe touch base in the next 30 days or so. Maybe your position or my position will change. The reason I do that is you may be building a relationship with a cash buyer that is interested in